Today we're going to install this Beko DIN28R22 dishwasher. This is as it arrives from the supplier. You can see it's all packed up. It's going into that hole there. Let's take a look at the other side. This is obviously the back of it. So we just need to undo this packaging and get on with it. First step is to remove the packaging. Right, now let's look. This is the sound insulation that goes on the front. Put that up later. This looks like a set of fittings. Now the dishwasher is going to go into this hole here. As you can see, it's too low, it's going to have to come up a bit. Now there's these things that you can stick underneath the feet, but in fact that would take my dishwasher just slightly too high for this work surface. So instead I'm going to screw out the feet. These feet are adjustable at the bottom and I'm going to screw them out. So I'm just going to lay this on its side so that I've got an edge to lift when I come to put it back on its. We can now see the bottom of the dishwasher. Here's the feet here. I'm just going to pull them out. These ones, they don't screw out the same way they screw it by adjusting that one there. So I have to get a screwdriver and screw these out. I think the other one goes in the opposite direction. Just need to make some final adjustments. Now I happen to know exactly what these measurements should be for this dishwasher because this is a replacement one. But if I didn't, I would need to put it in and just adjust these in some finer detail. I probably still need to do that anyway, but I can get fairly close, which is what I'm going to do now. Now adjusted these feet as far as I'm going to before I put the thing in. Just before I put the dishwasher back on its feet, I'm going to fit this. I think it's extra sound insulation material. Right, now we'll put the dishwasher back up on its feet. Just before I do that, it's probably useful just to take a quick look at the hole where it's going. And I've prepared the base. My kitchen flooring there's a little bit of raw concrete there, but I've put this wood stuff down and I've greased these wood things so that the thing should just slip back without having to go negotiate the lip between the floor covering and the concrete. Right, let's get this up on its feet and get it in. Before I shove it in, I'm going to undo these clips at the back here. I'm going to feed all this stuff into the hole. All the connections are through here, just underneath the units. I'm going to open this cupboard and pull these bits through as far as I can. We're going to ease it towards the gap. Pull the cable through again, so I just don't get any. Just finish off with this. Maybe just need to haul some cable again. Right, push it back. Now I'm just going to do some adjustments on these feet and everything else and make sure it's all level and all hunky-dory. Right, I've got my spirit level here. I've taken the bottom basket out so I can get into the bottom, so I just need to check, is it level? That's perfectly level. Check these bits. That looks good. And this one. Yeah. Possibly the back could come up a slight touch, I think, maybe. One thing I forgot to mention is these little brackets. Once you've decided where the dishwasher is going to go, you need to make sure it's fitted, it's tight, and it's not going to jiggle around while it's washing dishes. So these brackets are supplied to go in there, and they're really for screwing onto the top, the underside of the work surface. Because of the way my door is, I need to bring the dishwasher lower down. So I'm not going to use these to secure the dishwasher to the top. Instead, I'm going to use these screw holes there. There's one here and there's one on the other side. I'm going to use these and I'm going to screw a screw into that, and that'll hold this tight in the work surface. Right, put the sound insulation on now. This is a strip. This goes down here on the floor as low as possible. And there's another bit of sound insulation that goes on here. Just need to undo these bolts so I can screw them in. I might need to do some last minute adjustments once I've put the door on, just to get the door aligned. Put the door on, make sure it's all adjusted, it's at the right out and in before I screw it into the panel. Right, now the door comes with these clips. I've already, as you can see, figured out what all the adjustments are and everything else. So that's hunky-dory, and all we do, there's a couple of little clips out here, so it should just screw in fit in like this, and then it screws in. There's screws that you screw through the thing to screw it in. And then on the way out, to get it out again, push it down and pull it out from the bottom. Right, let's try and get it out first. Just present it to the door. That's it there. That's it there. Now pull it up. What? That's on the door here where the old one went in. And then while it's right now, what I'll do now is I'll undo the screws. There's screws all down here, but some of them I can undo to put these extra long screws in instead that'll screw down and screw into the door. It's 1 and 4, but because I've got a hole in the wood here, I'm going to use 2 and 4. Right, I've put a couple of screws into this door, and I just want to do a final check to make sure it's fine. Yeah, looks good and it's clear of everything, so I can put the final 2 screws in. So there's one at position number 2, 3 and position number 4. 8. And final one is going to go in here. This one will go back a little bit, and this go forward a bit. Get the adjustment front and right, so that it's more or less flush with all these various other doors. Right, I'm happy with this alignment now, so I'm going to bung these in. One on this side and one on this side. And this just keeps the dishwasher rock solid while it's actually washing dishes. Right. That's it. Sorted. This is a fairly simple plinth that just clips in. You can see there's a cutout here for the dishwasher door just to come down. That cutout was actually there for the last dishwasher, so we didn't need to do anything when we fitted this one. Right, so I'm just going to fit this plinth in now. Right, that's the plinth all fitted now, and this comes down and sits flat, no bother. Right, there are 3 services that need connected up. Mains, which you just plug in there, that shouldn't be a problem. The cold water tap, which is going to go into there, and this waste pipe, which is going to go onto my waste pipe thing and replace the thing that's there at the moment. Plug this in if I start. Is that plugged in? Now the next thing I'm going to do is to do this waste hose. Now the waste hose needs to come up and go down and come out here. So I'm going to just whip this out. That's it. Take this one out. There we go, that's that out. The actual dishwasher hose in now. Push it in as far as it'll go. You get this clip. This clip comes in the kit, fitting kit. I just want to tie the hose up here, just to this thing here, just to keep it, make sure that we get that above the level of the dishwasher, because otherwise it doesn't drain properly. So that's that one there. Pretty good. Now, got to get this one here up onto the thing. That's just a little bit awkward to see from that angle, so I'm just going to change the angle of the camera. This goes in. There's already a washer in there, so I don't need to mess around with that. I just need to get this on. Yeah, oh, that's no bother. You don't want to over tighten these, so a hand tighten is probably good enough. Especially if you've got strong hands. Now I can turn the water on. Oh, that sounds encouraging, doesn't it? I'll switch the mains on, and we're ready to go. That's that all connected up, and you can see the hose pipe, the waste hose there connected up, so there's no, it's a dead easy thing, and that's just straight into the fittings next door. So we have now installed our dishwasher, and all that remains is for me to give it a go and do a first run.